Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to yet another new title screen in F-Zero X. We now have completed the normal game officially, and therefore the game considers 100%, and we get the final title screen, which is basically the Blue Falcon, both the outside and the inside. Awesome little final title screen. However, we are still here, and therefore saying this Let's Play is still not over. There's still a bonus cup we need to do in the regular game, and then the regular game will truly be finished. And there's also still the F-Zero X expansion kit we need to finish off by doing the DD cups on Master. But today we are going to do that bonus cup. Remember the cup where you actually do tracks like these? Usually one giant circle. X cup. Remember that one? The previous time we did the X cup, we did 3 of them in a row. And let's in the meantime also put the super machines back on, because I just came from title screen. Let's do this correctly. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you need to readjust this every single time you put the game on again, so in case you didn't know. Now let's get back into X Cup. Last time we did them 3 times in a row, because of it unlocking really late. The DD Cups is the finale. Those will be tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Today will be a short little video where we will do the X Cup for the final time. There's still the Edit Cup, which I still have not touched yet. And just to be clear, in case you've missed it, I'll be covering the Edit Cup in extra content. Whenever the Let's Play is done, I will occasionally come back to this game and use my own created tracks in order to do the Edit Cup. Just remember, I have indeed created plenty of my own tracks in the course edit. Those will be shown off in extra videos. It will not be a part of the Let's Play, but definitely something I will still do. So don't worry, the Edit Cup is actually something for after the Let's Play is done. But it is definitely still something I'm going to do at some point. That said, this is still the Let's Play, so there's still something we need to clear. The X Cup. And in the X Cup there's actually also still something that needs to show up. Cylinder tracks. Even though we did see a pipe and half pipe multiple times already. We did not see a cylinder, so even today we still have something we need to get done. And speaking of which, getting stuff done. All of the super characters, the super machines. If you've been following the Let's Play, you might have noticed I did not play with them yet. And that is also something I've planned to do in the extra videos, whenever I start playing Edit Cup. When it comes to regular characters, we still have Bio-Rex to do. We still have Octoman to do, but these 2 are actually my favorite characters in the game, so don't mind me if I pick Roger Buster today. The Mighty Hurricane is the big brother of the Mighty Typhoon. And Roger Buster, the best friend of Drag. Roger Buster himself is actually a delivery truck driver. Even in the future, people need to have parcels delivered. And that is his job, basically. However, because of finding the Mighty Hurricane and Mighty Typhoon, and he and Drek will actually enter the F-Zero Grand Prix in order to find out if somebody actually notices these machines. That's basically his story. Attached to Drek in the story, but he also has a story of his own. Even in the future, people need stuff delivered. That's basically his job. Roger Buster. Another E-body machine. In fact, the final one in the game. But in all honesty, a really good machine. There's a reason I actually saved this guy for this late in the game. Let's get started. Let's see if a cylinder track likes to show up. Looks like the first one, not quite yet. There's plenty of chances. Devil's Force track. Here on Master, there's actually some advice I could give you. Try to do this. Whenever you actually approach other computer players, try to bump into them at their nose, and therefore launching you forward a little bit. That's something that could definitely help you here on Master. The X-Cup tracks are actually designed in such a way that the computer players always cruise around on a set speed. And whenever you actually only rely on your boosts and the dash plates, it could actually get really difficult catching up with all of them. So my advice in the first lap is always try to get launched forward a little bit by bumping into their noses. Like you saw me demonstrate in the first lap. This can be especially handy in tracks where very small pit areas are present and therefore you don't really have a lot of boosting healing opportunities. Then catching up with the computer players can be really tricky to do. So every little bit of extra speed can help you. And this is a very reliable way to actually achieve this in the X Cup. Because of the computer players always cruising around on a set speed. Because of all the tracks being randomized, not being in existence before the track actually loads, and therefore programming the computer players is actually quite tricky. And therefore they actually did it in a pretty basic way. That also has downsides sometimes. But nothing we can't overcome. Next track is Rainbow Road, which is a big blue variant, of course. Ah, but it's the wrong music. Stupid game. It is once again not a cylinder, but that is not something we can help, so... Come on, Black Shadow. Just want to touch your nose so I can actually speed myself up a little bit. Because you can see what happens otherwise. I stay in last place. Dash plates are also your friend. Oh, thank you, Stuart. However, it didn't help me too much because I got stopped immediately afterward. Luckily I can use my boost in a good way here. There's also plenty of dash plates. Come on. That was not a good heal. I'm pretty close to the first place, so I can still catch up with them. Antonio I don't have to fear. Dr. Stewart neither, because both of them seem to be rubber band rifles. Therefore they're going to fall back now. And I can reach the finish line solo. There we go. That makes 2. All 3 of them rubber band rifles. Yeah. That is something that actually happens a lot in X Cup because of the way the computer players work. Of all of the cups in this game, here the rubber band computers really shine the best, you might say. 3X. Another chance for a cylinder. Nope. This one does look to be a little bit more complex. Plenty of turns here. We get regeneration as music. It is never a punishment. In general, I just feel the... Whoa! Big dip all of a sudden. Oh, sorry, Billy. Come on. Yeah, in general, I just feel the music from the expansion kit is actually better than the original game. Even though there's also plenty of good music in the original game, I just really love the regeneration and the roller coaster song. And of course, most of all, the Rainbow Road song. This dip actually also reminds me of something we haven't seen yet. We did talk about this in the first episode when we first unlocked the X Cup. Started talking about how it worked. But death tracks can actually also appear randomly in the X Cup. Sometimes the way the height differences work, kind of like with that big dip over there. This one over here. Because of this reason, yeah, as you can see by my rubber band rifles. Sometimes X Cup tracks can actually render where the computer players actually have trouble getting past certain parts. Mostly because of height differences. This one is relatively tame, so only a handful of people fell out this time. But sometimes you get a big dip and a very sharp turn at the same time. And the computer players are actually not able to reach that turn. And every single one of them will actually fall off. Usually you will fall off yourself as well, but you can actually be smart and brake at that part, making it easier. The computers, because of their set speed, will just keep going. And sometimes they are not able to actually keep the turn, and every single one of them will fall out. Which is known as an X Cup death track. That's extremely rare, even more rare than cylinder tracks. But it looks like we get another shot. It might still be a pipe, but it looks like... No, indeed, here's a cylinder! As if the game knows what I'm looking for. Oh, and it even has Rainbow Road music. Awesome. I was actually expecting booster pass from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to actually have one cup completely dedicated to Rainbow Roads. In theory it still can, of course. There's still Rainbow Road from Super Circuit, Double Dash, Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart Wii aren't present in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, even with the booster pass. But we did get Rainbow Road 7 now, which is the best track ever in Mario Kart. That's a good thing. But Rainbow Road, even a thing in F-Zero. Only in F-Zero X though. Oh, careful. It's our first cylinder, but I don't like to do it twice. Almost killed myself at the pit area. But you can clearly see there's also cylinders possible here on the X-Cup. Works in a similar way like pipes work. Also always a giant circle. And just some variants when it comes to that. Nothing too spectacular about them. But they only rarely appear, so. But still pretty nice. It's also implemented here in the X-Cup. Now we've seen every single one of special tracks. Now if the game is actually nice enough, we can also find a death track at some point. But if we don't, I'm actually not going to spam X-Cups and hope it will actually appear on camera. It is really rare. And in all honesty, a mistake of the game. Therefore, it is pretty rare that it could appear. I'm not going to grind for them, if you don't mind. But if we're lucky, one of them can still appear. A couple of the turns in this are promising, but not good enough to actually get the computer players off. You also need some height differences for that, of course. Otherwise, you can start flying here. So, well, speaking of expansion kit music, the Japan music is actually one of the few I don't really like. Mostly because of the time attack. Big Blue 3 is such an annoying track to actually do a time attack in that I also started hating this music now. Bye, Billy. What is it with me and Billy this Let's Play? Perhaps I will compensate that by actually picking Billy last in Master playthrough of F-Zero GX. He does deserve it now. So, that was 5. So far, winning every single track, not a problem. But I've been getting lucky. If you're really unlucky, you can get pretty nasty tracks with almost no dash plates and small pit areas. So those can actually be really tricky to win on Master. But luckily, we have not seen those quite yet. Therefore, I've been able to get undefeated champion so far. Final time, we are going to see the X-Cup in this Let's Play. Track number 6 of Master. It's a Whiteland track. The music is Sand Ocean. And hopefully we can actually find ourselves a death track here. But it does not look like it. No rails here, but too easy to get past. Plenty of dash plates, so this track should also be fine. And no death track, so that's something we are not going to see in this Let's Play, I'm afraid. Just trust me, it is something that can happen. You're just going to have to take my word for it. And it's also something you could imagine, so you can kind of imagine how that would look. But it would have been funny if we actually saw that, but I also need to be honest in the fact that it's indeed really rare. I've been stupid enough to actually try to beat the X-Cup on every single difficulty with every racer at some point. And even then it only happened to me twice or 3 times, I think. So, even when I've been playing the X-Cup more than 100 times, it could actually only appear twice if you're lucky. But anyway, here we go. That was Roger Buster. That was the X-Cup. And that was Master difficulty in the regular game. F-Zero X. All of those completed. Nice job, Roger. Here are the final standings. Unlike last time, because of me playing seriously this time I did win every single track. Last time with Black Shadow we're not going to talk about anymore. It was funny to try, but I indeed ended up losing a lot of tracks because of it. My ramming spree, my killing spree. This way it is also fun. We at least saw the cylinder for the first time in the X Cup, and the only time, but we only have to see it once. All of the cylinders and pipes are pretty much always the same whenever they appear in the X Cup, so don't have to worry about that too much. But F-Zero X has been completed with this. The regular cups have been cleared on every difficulty, even on time attack. Death Race has been covered. This has been the finale episode of F-Zero X. Can't make anything more out of it than that. But we still have 2 more characters to cover. Both of them actually, character-wise, my favorite characters in the game. Not per se the machines. Even though one of the machines is really awesome, I think. The other one a little bit less. But this is also one of the better machines in this game. The Mighty Hurricane. I must be dreaming. I can't believe I won. Yeah, driving an F-Zero machine is a lot different than driving a delivery truck. But still, Grand Prix champion Roger Buster. Ladies, gentlemen, this has been the finale of F-Zero X, but not of the project. We still need to complete the DD1 and DD2 Cup, part of the expansion kit, and only then the project will be completed, because this is a combined project, if you have not noticed. See you folks next time, when the game truly gets finished. Not just the regular game, but also its add-on. See you folks then, and Treecks out. Thank you for watching F-Zero X. Next time we will finish F-Zero X expansion kit as well.